Um, Welcome back to the Big Facts Podcast. Y'all know what it is. I am Ayo CONSACO, fearless leader of Ayo Nation and the Men Too movement, and we have a special guest in the building. Um, I felt it was necessary to bring on, with me talking so much about music and what music is and all this other shit like this, and what the fuck is wrong with the music. I figured I'd bring somebody on who got a very good understanding of what music is. It's none other than that boy Zone Dude. Zone Dude, what the word is there on?
Thank you, man. Thank you, big home. Not much, man. It's a crazy world, huh?
Yeah,
You,
crazy world, and it's a crazy place that we in, man. With you being from DC, um, first let me get an understanding because, like, when we speak about music, sometimes music comes out of the most turbulent places. DC was the murder capital for a while. Um, what year were you in DC?
I was in DC with the whole DMV area from the time I was born, and I left 2010. No, late. I left late '09, and then I came back 2011,
Mm,
and then I left again at the end of 2012. I went back to visit in 2018, around February, the end of February. I left March, and then I just went back. Uh, what was it? September, and came back
mm,
December. So, um, growing up, it was like what what made us different as far as like guys in the area. What gave us a sense of pride was like we knew what was going on up north, down south, and on the west coast, but we
mm,
always kept ourselves. Um, you know what I'm saying? We always kept ourselves with our own pace. We always had
mm,
the beat to our own drum. You know what I mean?
mm,
And we wasn't really big on rappers. Like yeah, we listen to rap music. We probably had some favorite rap artists and everything like that, but it's go-go music. Go-go is the heavy culture. And I know when we say go-go, a lot of times, because of the misconceptions or the perceptions that they showed on TV or the movies, when you hear go-go, you think of like some white rave house music when the girls got all the little lights and shit and everybody on ecstasy and that.
mm.
Nah,
Yeah.
but go-go is actually a genre that was created by the founder. His name is Chuck Brown. Rest in peace. He passed away in 2011, I believe. I was still there, and that was a sad day in the city
Mm,
itself. Like some grown man, I ain't never see a few grown men cry till he died,
mm,
because it was like that was the spirit of the essence. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could ask all the you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that you could ask some people in your areas and stuff like that. And a lot of people didn't know. Back in the day, DC used to be called Chocolate City. You know what I'm saying? You
mm.
be able to come through, and it's like it's a lot of talented motherfuckers. Like you look at some niggas, you be like, oh, this nigga he just a, you know what I'm saying? He ain't really on nothing. He just in the streets. He just thugging. That nigga might be the sharpest bass guitar player, or he might be a nice drummer, or the nigga might really know how to rap or put some shit together. He may not be a rapper per se, but he may know how to play the bass, lead guitar, do something. So we always had a sense of like, okay, if this is a plan A, we got a plan B, a plan C, a plan D.
Mm.
And just like everything, when the Chicago wave hit back in like 2011, 2012, that's it. Everybody was like, nah, that just changed the whole ballpark, because it was like, okay. And I'm pretty sure this go for everywhere, no matter where
Mm,
you from.
mhm,
Chicago made guys like, hold up. Like, them niggas ain't the hardest. Like, we can do it too.
mm,
Like, we got bodies too. Like, we got this too. And no disrespect to Chicago, because that's Chicago's lifestyle. It's just so happened to be that when it got publicized to the media, that's just what it was. It was okay. Now the requirements of music have changed. You have to be
mm,
about this shit now.
mm.
Either way, either way, period. You
Yeah,
gotta be with the shits now. Now there's no more faking. There's no more, oh, this, that. Nah. Now it's, and the
cut and dry.
labels cut and dry. And the labels knew that, because, not to go off topic, but with Chicago, they have a lot of Chicago's a very technical city.
Mm,
So even a lot of our brothers and sisters over there, they're very good on the technical side. So they know about credit. They know about the finances. They know about, you know what I'm saying? They know about certain things. It's like
mm,
the way I like to see it is like no matter where we're at in the States as a people as a whole,
mm-hmm,
there's something unique to each area. Just like I was
mm,
saying the other day, like down south, like if you live up north, and no disrespect to any area to anything, this is just facts. It's by law.
mm,
Our gun laws are not like the South, so
mm,
we can't be going around with drums and holding choppers and shit like that. Like it's different.
mm.
Once we do that, them folks at your door, you got red lights on you automatically. They're like, how the fuck you get that?
Mm,
And then a lot of people don't understand Chicago is a very organized crime city.
mm,
So there's even laws and legalities that go into place about that. A lot of people don't know about that. Like if you a civilian and you're a gang leader, it's two
mm.
different things. If you're a gang, well, excuse me, let me not say gang leader, a gang member.
Okay. Okay.
If you in a gang or an organization like that, technically you have certain leeways and certain incentives that you can. It's like a slap on the wrist as compared if
Mm,
you're a regular civilian.
mm.
And that's because in the Constitution they don't let us know that being in a gang is technically a militia group.
Wow.
It's technically legal. That's why you see the governments never did anything to shut they can't. It's technically legal. They can't really do
But see,
nothing about it.
and that's why I say about if they can jump down on the Bloods, Crips, or whatever, why can't they jump down on the KKK? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's legal to be a KKK member, it should be legal to be a blood gang member. But when we're talking about DC, because I'm really trying to get the essence of it. You said Chicago. What about down south? Did Chicago? I'm sorry. Did DC have a down south influence? Did the Dirty South movement did that influence DC at all?
Um, I'll be lying if I said it didn't.
Mm,
I'll be lying if I said it didn't. I feel like every time of music had an effect. The only difference was in DC we kept the culture of the music. However, um, the South era was more of a party era. It was more of a happy time, more fun time. So that allowed people to it just gave people more of a, and mind you, I'm just a single guy just trying to speak for, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying, for the whole era.
yeah.
This is just from my observation. But in that era, everything was cool because that's my era. Like that's the era when the South took over. That's when I say um people were, of course, we young teen adolescents, the same shit, everybody going to school, everybody doing things, but the way we carry ourselves, like, you want to be fresh, we try and get money, you know what I'm saying? If you had problems with certain people, it was just, you can handle it with fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
back in the day, like it was fighting. And the worst it got is like, okay, you got to deal with, it's me and two of my boys. We got to deal with three or four of them niggas.
mm.
It's never been to the point where niggas is so trigger happy. And that's what
Wow.
and that's why it's like, damn, because back then, and I'm pretty sure this goes everywhere for everywhere. When it was the fighting era, you had no business. You had no business. When it was fighting era, you had no business around a gun if you couldn't even fight. Niggas that had the
Mm,
straps wouldn't even show you a motherfucker pistol because you can't
mm,
hold your own. It's like, what's the
mm,
purpose of even, you can't, you know what I'm saying? So it's
mm.
like, even then, back then, like, I was never the nigga that was like, oh yeah, like, I was never known for toting or slanging. Like, what no one say, oh yeah, the nigga was hot with the iron. But nigga know, yeah, like, he cool, he chill, but if you mess with him, nigga jog on, yeah, he gonna show you that zone deuce, he gonna flip.
Yeah. Now, and this
Hmm.
man, look, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be for real. I went to DC, and I'm niggas. It seemed to be cool as fucking DC. I don't know what it is. It's like niggas is like cool, like this. The nigga Ant Glizzy, he's having a run right now. And he got his shit up so high. that I'm gonna say I've never had an issue with a DC nigga. I've never had an issue with a DC nigga. I've had issue with up north nigga, Texas nigga, Florida. You know what I'm saying? But as far as DC, it just seemed like it's a different build in niggas. As far as the Ant Glizzy situation, it seems like they're being now obviously more susceptible to the rap trap. Ant Glizzy got his name up a little bit off dissing Shot Glizzy, and now they took his chain from one of his homeboys and shit like that. So he's in the rap trap now. But it just seemed like them niggas is just cool and laid back. Like when you look at the DC rappers and shit like that, just the way niggas talk and shit like that, niggas seem to be cool and shit. What do you think it is about a DC native that just makes them so laid back and not just even Big Flock, the nigga Flock, just cool niggas?
Yeah.
And you probably couldn't even answer that question because you from there, but it is definitely a swag about niggas from DC. Niggas seem real laid back and cool, man.
I say because okay, so with DC you got DC, and then I'm gonna have to put this out there, cause I know I'm gonna have some folks who are gonna clown me and they gonna be like, dang, you was up there, you ain't even get it right. Okay, so DC is the district, the District of Columbia, no state, no nothing, just straight boys. The two states that surround it is Virginia and Maryland. In those two states. So boom, you got the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Now, what makes the whole area chill itself, Virginia, niggas don't want to fuck with Virginia for shit. You got to deal with them white boys and you got to deal with all them rules out there. And the only time you go off to VA is some of the Hispanic joints. Some of the girls is out there, some of the malls is out there, and there's a lot of good dudes is out there too. Like a lot of people try to play with VA, like VA ain't got no cool niggas or like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's chill out there. Just motherfuckers don't want to deal with the laws out there. In DC, you know, just like any other hood, just like any other area, you know, you got your rich parts, you got your low income parts, you got your mid class parts, but everyone seems to everyone has ways of getting money. Whether they say, you know what, I'm going to start a food truck, whether they say I'm going to start a clothing line, whether they say, hey, I got some folks to work here or some like niggas is driven by money. That's the number one thing. And nothing is going to get in the way from that. Now, I'm not saying that a lot of places are not driven by money. I'm not saying that, but we see a lot of times that people can easily let other issues get in the way and freeze them from actually attaining their goals and actually staying focused. The more and also to say the reason why I feel is that too is because we've always had go-go music. Again, like go-go music has always been that live music. It's always been different. So it always gave us a different vibration than the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like every weekend, like any go-go show is literal concert. That's like saying, oh, like there used to be a time. And even a lot of celebrities said, like Diddy and Wayne, like even Wayne, like you'll see Lil Wayne, a whole bunch of celebrities on the old videos. They say, yeah, when they go to DC, they gotta perform with a go-go band because don't nobody want to hear the music by itself. So they always wanted more. You know what I'm saying? The music always has to have more of a up tempo kick. But the funny thing with the music too is like, the music is so up tempo and so fast that it makes people party and relax. But it's also like the only times in the go-go you have problems, just like I was telling you, like you got motherfuckers from different hoods on any different occasion, they'll fuck each other up. But they in the same club, they party with each other and they putting shit to rest until either somebody step on somebody's shoe, niggas get to faking at the picture booth, so on and so forth. But
you say faking at the picture booth. You mean like they are flexing?
Yeah, flex it too heavy. Like they They probably call all the girls from their hoods or some girls that they be fucking with from other areas to go take pictures.
Mm.
They probably got bottles. They throwing the money out, and niggas like, hold up, Charlie with us and shit. Like, you know how this shit go.
Mm.
But for the most part, it was always chill for the most part. Like, now don't get me wrong, shit has always been live and shit always get, you know what I'm saying? Shit, yeah, you got shit here and there, but to where it would be like an anomaly, or where you'll hear shit like a New York or like a Los Angeles or like an Atlanta. It was never that before. It started to
Mm.
happen once. It started to happen once. 'Cause like I said, for a long time, it's like the the DMV as a whole has gotten promises for a long time from the industry, from a lot of people. So you have a lot of people that's grandparents and fathers and mothers and uncles and aunties and great grandparents that they got like the bitterness that they passed down type shit. Not all of them, but some of them got stories they passed down. You know how it is. And then just like I said, like once the go-go music kind of like died out, they try to shut down all the venues and everything in 2010.
Yeah.
And then they started the culture came back out. So the go-go culture is thriving again, but not like it used to. Not like it used to. There used to be way more bands. There used to be way more bands on the radio. It used to be way more.
Go go. Let's. I want us to get into this. Go go. What is go go? What does that mean?
Go-go music is basically just like you would say it's a fusion of all music together. It's like black rock. It would be like black rock and roll. It'll be like jazz, smooth jazz, R&B, hip hop, trap, um, anything, everything all together in one. But it's a blend of the percussion mixed with the instrumentation mixed with the synchronicity of the front line. So you'll have
Mm.
you'll have the lead mic. The lead mic is in charge. So let's say the lead mic may say, "Hey," like the lead mic may say hook like, "I'm going to the bar." You'll hear the whole front line will follow up, "Cause we're gonna see the stars." So it's like
Mm.
the lead mic don't have to finish. Like the lead mic is basically the rapper, and the rest of the front line is the ad lib. Is his ad lib, but
Mm.
the synchronicity of
Okay.
how it sounds, and then how it's like the command, like you know how you watch a, a orchestra, like a musical orchestra. Go go is literally like the musicians are orchestrating everything on set, so everything is timed perfectly. So from cover songs to original songs to songs that you may say, let's say for example, let's just say all the top 10 radio songs of the year today. I mean
Uh huh.
for the year. My band may have an original song already that everyone knows the beat, everyone's familiar with the music. Let's say we had it for a few years or whatever. We have something new. Hey, something new. And then we just incorporate those hooks in the song. And it's just a mix of a blend. So you may mix like two Gucci hooks with like a Kodak black hook with like a Yo Gotti hook, and it all sound like a brand new song, but everyone knows
Mm.
what it is, and
Yeah.
everyone can attach with it because it's like, hey, 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 hey. But that's just like
So it's like a freestyle situation and just energy.
um some of it. Some of it is freestyle and some of it's very original. You have a lot of go-go bands, a lot of musicians that's very original. Like TCB, they got the ass clap from 2002 to still now they perform it. They got ass clapper all years. And it sounds different too. Each version sounds different. And yeah, man, it's a city. And as you see, man, like that's the culture. That's the life. That's the culture. It just is even
So
with
what?
the
So right. So
rappers.
so so this is a go go band right here.
Um, those guys are playing go-go music. As far as
Okay.
saying a band, I can't say they are or not. I'm not too sure. They could just be some street performers, but they also could have ties to a band.
Okay. And this is also something that
Ooh.
pops up when we look at go go.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like when you go to the go-go, you see how all them guys is all together. This is an
Uh
old
huh.
picture. They all way older than me. Then some of them look familiar. But yeah, that's it. So you'll go to the picture booth, you know what I'm saying? Spend money on the bottles, you with your hoods, you with the gangs. See, that's back then in the 80s, because they all got the Adidas. That's like the 80s and the early 90s and shit. Yeah, that's what that the Def Jam look. Yep. hmm We've always had a sound. We've always had a sound. We always had music, and like guys from our area too, like just the people in general from our area, we lay back. We just chill, lay back. We don't really be too hype, trying to do too much, trying to stand out too much. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's like, to be honest, when we was growing up too, we got our own clothing lines, not our own per se, but let's say like, I mean, you had so you got some people that started like We Are One Clothing,
Mm,
um, Bon Adachi,
mm,
All Days, Sabiato. So we used to wear our own type of shit back in the day, like designer and all that shit. Niggas wasn't on them. I mean, yeah, if you was getting money ass type nigga back then, of course, of course, of
yeah.
course. But it wasn't to where everyone now is like, you used to just put on your shit, be fly, look cool, and just be you. It started happening right after. I feel as though like I'ma just fuck it. Ain't no cut costs.
Go ahead.
White folks ain't want our culture to get out, because that would have brought unity throughout all of our people everywhere.
Mm,
To say, damn, all you niggas want to do music, but y'all going backwards, y'all like into a 70s, 80 funk band type groove to where we all get the money. Cause look what happens now. Everyone that raps, you might have a producer. What happens as soon as you get big? You got a new producer that don't nobody know from a whole
mm,
different coast. That ain't even
mm.
that ain't even in your culture. And then
Real
you hear all
talk.
these people talking about the culture, the culture. What fucking culture? What
Mm,
culture? What?
mm,
Please tell me what culture. I've never heard of white. And again, I'm not trying to offend nobody. This is just facts. I'm speaking facts. I'm not speaking no opinions. I'm not speaking nothing. But this is just, someone could say, oh, whatever. But this is true. When what what is a Caucasian culture besides destruction?
mm.
So what culture? Because even when we was growing up, back when they talk about the civil rights movements, and mind you, I wasn't the kid in school that got A's and B's and shit. Nigga, I hated history. I got kicked out, nigga, of history class. I used to get bad grades, but it's ironic that as soon as I graduate and I'm out of school, the history lessons is the number one thing I'm seeing. I'm like, damn, trade and exchange, the bartering system. Look at any fucking entertainer that when we were younger, none of them had a good deal. None of them.
Mhm.
So who is going to be the person to say we got to do this? Everyone keeps saying I want a deal. Your favorite artists told you they got signed for that $1 million deal. They only got 500 to like a few $1,000.
Mm,
They told you once they signed $1 million, 500 went to Uncle Sam.
mm,
Then they telling you, a lot of them don't tell you, when you sign that contract, just like any job, just like the military, you stipulated on that motherfucking contract. If you breach this contract, you can get penalized not just by jail, but by death. And
well, I
you
don't know about yeah. Now see that now see. I think that's deeper into maybe a blood contract, but in the contract they do have a life insurance policy, and I, as I'm looking at the go-go bands, it's something somebody called
yeah,
backyard.
backyard, legendary. You see the guy all the way in the back right there, the tall one all the way in the back? That's Big
Uh-huh.
G. He started in The Wire.
Hmm.
I forgot his name. He played off The Wire. It's been a long time since I seen that
So
shit.
all of these people in here, these are band members, not rappers.
Band members, yep, not rappers. And the thing is, they've all been together for so long. Like they showed us the way that they make money. Like for every show they do, they get paid, and they all still got their individual lives. Some of them don't even have to have a job if they don't feel to. They just do shows and get paid.
Hmm. What's the average like number of band members? Do you know this band?
Yeah, that's backyard still.
Oh, this back. Okay. Same band.
hmm
So they got girls in the band and everything.
Yeah, the girls will be like the singers. Excuse me, like
So
your
is that like the Roots? Is the Roots a go-go band?
the roots are this: New Balance shoes, New Balance sneakers, go-go music, I mean, mumbo sauce. How the fuck can I forget that? Niggas are gonna hang me for that.
Mm,
And they gotta fuck you forgive about mumbo sauce, nigga.
yeah.
And honestly too, there's a lot of now that I'm older and I look at it, there's a lot of heavy presence from there's a lot of black people in DC and in the DMV area, whether some of them know it or not. Um they're Native American or they're even their folks are even from the third worlds.
Mm,
So you got a lot of Jamaicans, a lot of Dominicans, you got some Zos underneath, you know what I'm saying? You got your Trinidad and Tobagoans. It's just a mix. You got a mix of cultures there. Like it's really a mixing pot. A
mm,
mixing pot. It's really a mixing pot. It's crazy. And it's like, to be honest, everybody cooling because down there it's like you already know what you got. You either gonna have a government job, and if you get a government job, you damn near good as fuck. Like you ain't really gotta worry about shit.
mm.
Or you're gonna start a business because there's so many black owned businesses and there's a lot of black entrepreneurs. A lot. A lot. A
I know
lot.
when I went down there, there was definitely guys out there passing out flyers. I was in the downtown area. They were passing out flyers, and I had to venture out from the downtown area. So I know, and there was a whole bunch of stuff going on. You had a white dude out there rapping on some intercom. It was just a whole bunch of action. It was like it reminded me of like Bourbon Street, or a parade. Really, it was just a whole bunch of people. It was a whole bunch of people doing a whole bunch of stuff, and then they had, like I said, they had projects going upwards, like a building, and it's like this real fucked up. Now I seen a girl that I think she was a girl, but I think she looked like a dude. She was so dirty and hairy and shit like that. It was fucked up. With that, so you're saying that DC is a place of progress for black people and not a place of desolation and downtrodden black people? Are you saying DC is a good place to be as a black person, or is it a lot of poverty and down bad shit? Like what?
I'm gonna be honest. Me actually leaving DC in the DMV area and meeting a lot of people from different areas and stuff like that, I say it's a lot of money in the DMV. It's good for jobs. Um, it's getting stuff has changed. You know, it's really hard for me to okay, because there's a part of me that remembers it how it was when I was there, and 10 years ago I would say yes. Now I would still say yes to a degree,
Mm,
but I still say yes. There are a lot of opportunities as far as money, jobs, living, and even because even niggas, I ain't gonna hold you. Even niggas, and some of y'all gonna be mad at me, but it's the truth. Even some of y'all that saying, "Oh, we in the trenches, we stuck, we ain't got no way out." Bullshit, bullshit.
mm,
Bullshit, my nigga. Bullshit. We got too many
mm,
motherfucking resources and too many motherfucking. Nah, man. Nah, man. I believe that anywhere else. I cannot believe that there. You know what I'm saying? It's too much, man. The only way you really like in a fucked up position is if you know you done fuck some people over heavy, time and
mm,
time and time again. Motherfuckers done gave you chances and they know you fuck people over and they're like, dang, you know what, you just ain't no good or something like that. And at the same time, what's happening with DC in the DMV area is a lot of outside influences are starting to affect the area. You have a lot of people that you got a lot of people. Okay, so you got a lot of people in DC and Maryland. You got a lot of people. To me, DC and Maryland, especially the PG County, Maryland, it's the same. The only difference is this: the ones is it's like saying shit that's older than us. It's like a beef that's older than us. Let's just say certain people that probably lived in DC. that probably moved to Maryland. Maybe some family members had some head throttles or whatever, because now they're like, oh, the ones in Maryland think they too bougie. They get too bougie. You know, now they got the jobs, they get too whatever, whatever. Because they said Prince George's County is one of the richest black counties in America. And this is as far as like,
but that's PG County.
PG County, as far as like the average of jobs, the average of starting up your independent businesses, like the average median. You know what I'm saying? But then it's weird because when we look at other places like down south or someplace on the West Coast, we're like, damn, like it looked like niggas are getting more money over there. It was like, it's more land, it's more opportunities. Some of the stuff that, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying. Like, it's crazy how entertainment and the music and movies fuck people up. Because if you think about it, all of us growing up, we got infected with the West Coast culture, as far as like the gangs and how they would live, and that's all we really sing was a lot of a lot of West Coast stuff. Like, yeah, we sing a lot of that. And then going to the West Coast, when I talk to some people, they're very intelligent, very smart, but then they'll say, yeah, I know about Martin Luther King, I know about Malcolm X, I know about you know what I'm saying? I know about them all, but I'm a gang member first.
Ooh.
Like, even though I got my children, my this and that, my name, my honor. And I swear to God, I used to be like, what is this? What is this? And again, I'm not trying to speak. I'm not trying to speak for people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to speak for certain groups that I'm not really heavy in. Again, this is all observation. Yeah. This is just all observation because who's going to say it for our people? Who's really going to be like, look, I'm the same age as all of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm young. I'm in my 30s, man. I just hit 30s. You feel me? Like, I'm a young nigga. So if I see all this and I know all this shit, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm still young. I'm wise. I'm older. I ain't going to do shit like I'm 15, 16. But at the same time, I'm not going to be one of them. I'm not old enough to where I can keep my mouth quiet and say, oh, this is not my problem. I'm going to die soon. It's not my problem. Because there's a lot of people in the community, they're not saying shit because in their mind, it's not my problem. I've already lived past my time. In my era, we didn't have to worry about this. This is your problem. You got to deal with this. So that's where you have this division. Isn't it ironic? We are the only race of people that have a fucking problem with our elders. We don't listen to the elders. But at the same time, the elders are jealous of the younger ones. They're jealous. They're jealous of the opportunities that we have that's been presented with the technology. So much so that they don't even give us the truthful knowledge that we may need to go in the right direction. They say, "Oh, I got it on my own. You could do it yourself." It's not the same. If you telling me I got to do the same shit that you did in the music business, you're giving me false information because it's null and void. That's 20 years ago. I ain't got to get no CD, press CDs up, press flyers up. They're going to look at me like I'm stupid. If you don't get nobody a USB piece for their car, they're not even going to hear no CDs. So it's right now, it's just.
It's a different era.
It's a different era. And I feel as though like the DMV has a lot of potential to help a lot of people change. And I'm not trying to put it on the DMV like, oh, the DMV is the one or the DMV this or that. But no, the DMV has a story. DC, Maryland, parts of Virginia. They got a story that needs to be told, that the world needs to know that because look at NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy, when he do his music, he got a lot of Louisiana music in it, a lot of Louisiana bass and everything. I guess that's why he's one of the hottest that's still going too. He's incorporating Louisiana sound heavy. Don't you notice any artist that incorporates their sound thrives? And now when we go back to DC or the DMV area, we got to look at Wale. We got to look at Shy Glizzy. We got to look at Fat Trail. We got to look at and I ain't gonna say too many. You know what I'm saying? There's some other names of people I rock with and cool with, but they all betrayed our sound. And I'm like, why? Why are you betraying the sound? Because it's like, even when I went back home, right, and I'm playing beats for people, and they like, damn, I hear the music. Just take that out. Take that out. I'm like, you're so brainwashed that you don't even You know what I'm saying? Like that's like you
You
going
don't
back to
want
your
what's
mother's
from
house.
you
Yeah.
don't want what's from your culture. And so when you say that they betrayed it, do you mean that they took the influence from the South and are pretty much contaminated now?
No, no, no. I would say that I wouldn't say take from the South, but I would say follow the blueprint. And they're scared to. And yes, I'm saying this with all due respect, everybody. DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. I'm saying this with all due respect to all y'all. It's nothing but love. Your boy Dino ain't got nothing but love. I say all y'all scared because all y'all betrayed the sound. Y'all betrayed the sound. Y'all betrayed
Ooh.
the sound. Y'all betrayed the sound. How the fuck? I am one of the best. I'm one of the best producers back home. Known or unknown. I'm one of the best. How the fuck can I not get work? But everyone wants my music, but everyone says, oh, you need to simplify it. Simplify to what?
Get them out of here.
Simplify to what? Like, that's like saying you want somebody to recognize you for being different than everyone else, but you're not doing nothing different.
Mm,
You're coming in the same game with the same shit.
mm.
So we don't want to hear that shit. Sorry, we don't want to hear that shit. Somebody else want to hear that shit, but don't nobody want to hear that shit.
Look, well, I guess what else can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Man, I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. I I want to know how y'all dodged the gang culture. I'm hearing that Philadelphia and DC don't really do the gang culture that heavy, or is it just Philadelphia?
um, I don't know about Philly and their gang culture. I'm not sure. I know the DMV don't do gangs. They do
Mm,
hoods.
mm.
So if you're from, let's just say, for example, if you from 2-5, you may fuck with niggas from Chopper City.
What's
And
2-5?
2-5 is that's a hood in Landover, Maryland. I'm just saying let's okay, or let's say you in the city, you in the you from the gardens. You probably you probably don't fuck with niggas from like 35, but you probably fuck with niggas from the 40. I'm just saying shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It may be something like that where certain niggas don't rock with certain niggas, but certain niggas do. And then so it's always like the politics of the hoods. It ain't never been like we rock a color, we all rock this, we all rock that. It ain't never been that. You know what I mean? Um,
So they beef between hoods.
yeah. It's like hood shit. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't really like it's just beef between hoods, but it's not like gangs. You know what I'm saying? It's not like niggas claim a set. I mean, now don't get me wrong, now because the rap culture and with some of the people I notice, you know what I'm saying, still tune back in with the scene in the home and everything. Like you have some people trying to claim gang or do gang shit, but it's not working. Like niggas is like, you know what I'm saying? Like they not on that shit. Like
Yeah.
they're not on that. That's just it. And then like when you know when certain people like in certain places, like certain niggas say I'm the king of New York or I'm the king of the South or
Atlanta.
I'm the king of
Yeah,
Atlanta
yeah, yeah, yeah.
or I'm
Yeah.
the niggas can't say they're the king of DC, bro. Niggas can't say that shit. Niggas
Why not?
cannot because that's like saying um because once you say you the king in the area, a motherfucker want to knock your crown off. Easy.
Mm,
And not saying that anywhere else is it's the same shit. But DC is a small city. The
mm.
DMV is small. It ain't like we got New York space or we ain't got that space to move. It's only so much. And niggas ain't playing that. Niggas is not playing that you're the god or you're the king of me type shit. Like, nah, nigga, you get your money over there, I get my money over here. If we do business, we do business. And if you on your shit, we on your shit. If not, nah. Other than that, it's just cordial. You keep it cool and cordial.
I'm wondering how DC they took on the West Coast culture like everyone else did, but they didn't get the game.
Easy. Um, and I'm saying this for being on the West Coast now. The
Ah,
females, and some of the guy like even the mentality on the West Coast is a little bit different. You see, I like to think about it as like a chessboard or I like to think about it as like a system. Like all the United States, every state has its own rules, regulations, its own game, as you will. Some states you can sell drugs as long as you want to do whatever. It's cool. Some states you can murder as many people as you want to. It's cool. Some states you can do as much fraud as you want to. It's cool. But everything ain't the same everywhere. So I feel as though maybe it was just a connection of certain, you know what I'm saying? Because when people travel, hey, I'm trying to go see palm trees and sand
yeah.
beaches. They're thinking it's sweet. When the
Mm.
people that's over there is like, nah, nigga, it's not sweet because you got to understand, we live off tourism. Some of
DC.
it, no. I'm saying some of the West Coast states,
Okay.
they live off of tourism, like
Okay.
certain cities. Tourism, heavy tourism. We need tourists to come here, do this, blah blah blah, and it's just a difference in the money. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
I guess because just like I tell people, like you can be on the East Coast, you could be good with money, like you can be living good. You come to the West Coast, it's going to test how long you're going to be able to stay.
Mm.
It's
You
going to test.
gotta have the check. Mm.
Like
So,
let's say you can get a $1,700 house, 3 or 4 bedroom house
mm-hmm.
over there. Nigga, $1,700, you'd be lucky to get a studio out this joint, a nice ass studio at times.
Mm.
You'd be lucky to get 2 bedrooms at times, depending where you at or what's going on. You know what
Mm.
I mean? So they
So
really
why
like,
why did you why was that a good choice for you?
for me, it was like when I was in the DMV, you know what I'm saying? Like for me, when I was younger, I was coming up. See, my era was a fighting era. So I didn't have
Mm.
to deal with beef to where it was like, fuck you, nigga. We're gonna spray your mama house, your grandma. It was nothing like that. Whole thing, it
Mm.
was like, all right, nigga, I'm gonna see you next week, nigga. Oh yeah, your band perform next week. Oh yeah, we're gonna catch you here, nigga. We're gonna whoop your ass.
Yeah.
We're gonna skull drag your ass out this fucking club, nigga.
Yeah.
If you came in this bitch with jeans, you gonna leave with a skirt. For real.
Ooh, tear the
So,
clothes off big ass.
hey, what? Bottles?
Shit.
You gonna get hit with bottles, everything. Everything in the worst wood. You might even get
Damn.
you might even get WWF to a car. You never know. You may get a fucking shoe imprint to your shit. Niggas is
Niggas
that's how
fighting out that bitch.
they fight. So I so, so I came up in that era. So that
Okay.
for me it was a blessing because I was cool with a lot of like I have a good face card. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say I hung out in niggas hoods or I did this, but I've been to every hood. I've
Yeah.
been to every hood around the area. You know what I'm saying? Like I know niggas. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm the type of nigga that back in the day I never used to like taking pictures. Let
Mm.
alone letting niggas know who the fuck I know, because that's not your business.
Mm.
It's my business.
Mm.
And we used to be like that. A lot of people used to be like that, and they used to
Yeah.
carry that energy, and now they don't. So I just been looking at it like in astonishment, like man. And this conversation is not strictly DC DMV, but this is
No.
also a global conversation to everywhere that's going on because even in the midst of certain things, I try to be that nigga to try to be like, you know what? I see what's going on in the world. Let me shut the
Mm-hmm.
fuck up. It's not my
Mm.
problem. Let me
Mm.
go ahead and let me go ahead and go get my money. Go focus on the bread and all this. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
everything that happens affects our community.
Mm.
I'm not gonna say our culture because this bullshit ass culture they talking about brings nothing but death, destruction, prostitution, and heartaches. So this is not our culture.
Speak on it.
This is not our culture. This music culture is not our culture. And don't they ever like and this is towards no person in the industry, no rap niggas, no nothing. Cause I've been around a lot of you niggas. I know a lot of you niggas. I done talked
Mm-mm.
to a lot of you niggas in the DMs. I done called a lot of you niggas. A lot of you niggas done called me. I done talked to your managers, all this type of shit. So I understand it's not you. But they always say, have you ever heard when you want something so bad and when you get it, you realize it's not what the fuck you want? It just ain't what the fuck you signed up for? They can't tell you. They can't tell you. And when they tell us, this is what fucked me up. They try to tell us, right? They try to tell us, you don't need a deal. Do independent. Nobody did.
You were great. Look, we couldn't hear you. We couldn't hear you. It went out. It blanked out. We couldn't hear you. That was a crazy exit. It was a crazy exit, but we couldn't hear you.
I said, don't you know your favorite entertainers be telling you? They like, yeah, man, I came through the industry, blah, 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 man. And then they always try to give you advice, but they have to do it in such a way. They got to give it to you between the lines. If they even slip up a little bit, that's their ass. Not literally, but we don't know in which way, shape, form, or fashion. You think niggas listen? When they say, man, you could do it on yourself, be independent, they be like, nah, I want a label, I want the millions.
Yep. Niggas want the money. They want the money right now. And like I said, niggas come from places where ain't never seen $100,000. Niggas ain't never seen $5,000. You tell a nigga $1 million, nigga gonna do anything.
Yeah, but
nigga do anything.
But this is the deal. If they knew this, if they knew, okay, we're about to sign you for $1 million right here. Now, this is your million. As soon as you get it, 500 to the IRS and to the government, the government. As soon as you get it, this right here is the budget for the studios. This is the budget for the videos, the recording, all that is taken out. By the time you really got your money left, you only got enough money. By the time you really got what you got, you only got about $50,000. That's enough. That's enough to do this. Go to the bank and let me get them 50s and let me get them 20s. Make the shit look bigger.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not hating on nobody or no niggas, but some of the shit, like, ayo, I've been doing this music 10 plus fucking years. A nigga's bound to reach some type of point. You know what I'm saying? Like you're bound to get in some type of alignment to where you see some shit and you hear some things, and now you got to make a decision. Like, is this really where I'm gonna go with this or not? And like a lot of people, it's funny because if you notice, everyone tries to catch on a wave to try to clean their darkness. And everyone now is on a spiritual wave to try to clean the darkness or the jank went out real quick. Fearless leader, you're back.
Yeah. If I go out, you know, we I appreciate you so much, man. Because we're doing this on the fly. But if I go out, just keep going. I can still see you. It's just my camera has been going in and out all night.
Okay, now you good.
As long as you good, we good. But yeah, when you speak on cleaning this, and like I said, when it gets to we don't want to go over 55 minutes. You know what I'm saying? This is just part one. I just wanted people to get introduced to you, to know, you know what I'm saying, when you on the show, they know we talking to a real professional. But speak on the spirituality and them trying to clean their darkness.
Yeah, so that's like the church theory. Monday through Saturday, you do whatever you want. Sunday, you go to church, you think it's all good. You got fake vegans. Every time they put on Instagram, they got their little shakes and shit. But as soon as they done eating a chicken sandwich, or like they'll talk about spiritual manifestations, or they'll talk about spirituality in order to manipulate the words to hit people's brains. That's like saying this. That's like saying, oh, I know how to manifest people that's on my level, my vibration. Not saying that there's anything wrong with you, but we have grown into our own separate realms of reality. Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Trying to say that you trying, like, stop.
Yeah.
People are trying, and this is all because of, again, the false leaders. There's a lot of false leaders in music. If they told us they had field Negroes and field niggas, you think they ain't got the same family members and same ties and connections that when these new up and coming artists come, they ain't already been in that? A lot of people know about the CIA and the FBI and the government, but they don't think they got operations and plans that some of the niggas you went to school with was government. They just switched over to another side. So it's a lot of, and a lot of the people that got clowned in school, they got clowned and made fun of, and they are the ones that's changing the world the way it is now. A lot of them. Oh, we don't want to play with you. You can't sit at our table. You can't sit at our table. Oh, that's a bet. I can't sit at your table. You motherfuckers, you want to embarrass me through elementary, middle, high school? Okay. I'm going to college. Okay. Now, look at your daughters now. They thawing it up. Yeah, look at your daughter now. Bust that bitch down now. Uh-huh. She about to get on this motherfucking flight tonight, nigga. Yeah. Oh, daddy needs the money, huh? Oh, too bad. Fucked up, huh? Wish I would have sat at the motherfucking table now. And that's all it is, bro. That's all it is. You got a bunch of people that say they grown ass people, but when you really sit and listen to them and what the fuck they talk about, what's their problems and issues, you're like, God damn, you're more childish than a child. You're more and what makes it worse is that you an adult. So you make money, you can buy your own stuff, you can support yourself. So now you think you're an adult, but you're still a child because you got traumas, fear, false evidence appearing real. So whatever your fear, your doubts, your insecurities, and all that shit was, you never got rid of it. You just kept that inside of you and did whatever you can to mask that away.
You read that?
Yeah. I tell you this, the feds are actually in the hip hop trap. You think some of the rappers didn't convert over to police, whether they tell you or not? They got badges. They got badges. They're just not going to tell you they got badges. But anyone who's in the business to promote violence, negativity, killing, and gladiatorship without it being gladiatorship, come on now. It used to be all fun and games when it was just we talk shit on tracks and it's just competition. But when they made it stop being competition, it's not funny no more. It's not funny no more. I mean, you can get money, I can get money, we can get money. What the fuck is the problem? Why does my life gotta go? And then why? If it's that serious, why don't we just box each other? Why don't we do celebrity boxing? If it's that damn serious. But
you know, because like I said, and this is the reason why when I started the rap trap theory, I didn't even know what I had, you know what I'm saying? But you know, the more we look at it now, and that's why I'm letting people know that it will be out this year, because I really feel like I need the insurance, like I need the backup. For any reason, if this book isn't made this year, then I need people to know that there was some outside interference or some shit like that. Because it's really seeming like with this book, it might open a door to actually have an investigation launched to see how in the fuck this psychological operation was made. How is it that they've studied us so much that now they found a way to make us destroy. Like I just posted, I can actually show you what I posted. I posted this. Where is it? Should be here. I posted this last night, and these things are coming so fast now that you can't even keep up with it. You can't even keep up with these cases that rappers are getting thrown into. Um, no matter who the fuck the rapper is, you can guarantee that in the future they are going to come into a legal situation. And the sad part is, if they don't come into a legal situation within a certain amount of time, then we throw them off the cliff. If you don't have a headline, some type of bullshit go on, you're arrested, your interest in a crime, or somebody that shot you, then niggas totally forget about you. Here it is.
If you don't believe in the rap trap at this point, you pretty much just hating on me, because there's no question on whether or not it's real. This rap game, and shout out Nikki D from Sleepers for the Rich Gun Club. Shout out Donald Oliver Davis, the author of the Revolution book. They helped me out with the book. This has to be this. This game has become a weapon of white supremacy. I'm saying it. Fuck it. It's a fucking weapon. Not only does it hypnotize our youth to destroy themselves, to self-destruct, but it kills the host. The host would be OMBPs in 5-year form.
So you look at that, OMBP's it. Now he getting hit for, and like I said, he's going down for the shooting of 42 Doug and Rowdy Rich. I was just giving Rowdy Rich credit for not getting in. Oh God. This is part one. I appreciate everybody showing love. Zone, I think that you definitely open the door for people. We gonna have you on, man, because we really need to hear more of your ideologies, and I want to go deeper into that spirituality thing you were talking about. But like I said,
you think we got time real quick for a last part before we get off real quick? Because I wanted to touch up on that specifically you just said, and how all this ties right back into initially how we got on this.
All right. Oh, it can't go to an hour. If it goes to an hour, we can't do nothing with this. So if this make it to where it don't go to an hour.
Okay. Yeah. OMBPZ actually, if you listen to some of his music, he actually had some motivating type street music. He really did.
Okay. And I didn't really listen to him.
Yeah, I heard like 2 songs he had before. And with Favi, it's always some cases to where, and that's where it's fucked up at, because I can't say what they've done or what they haven't done. But even sometimes as a culture, when we tell ourselves, hey, you know what I'm saying, you don't fuck with certain people, or you move a certain way, you're putting yourselves right in the enemy's hand, because you don't trust your own so much that you're going to trust other people who don't really care about you. They only want your energy, and they only want your essence. So that's all it really is right there. Because I know you said we ain't gonna try to get it past an hour.
We can't. But y'all need to know, I had to bring him forward. I just talking to him, I always said his energy is good. And he has so much information. We ain't even gotten to, you know what I'm saying, the things that he's done within the industry. But y'all will be seeing more of Zone Deuce. Do you have your YouTube channel set up yet?
It's actually set up, but I have to make it more better. But y'all can go ahead and follow me now on the YouTube at ZONEDUECE. So youtube.com/Zone Deuce.
Tell me your Instagram.
My Instagram is the same thing on the same thing you see my name at ZONEDUECE. A lot of content coming out soon. Trust, a lot of content. 10+ years finally coming out, so y'all definitely want to stay tuned. Definitely.
I caught him at the right time. Appreciate everybody. Zone, I appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Love on me. Love.